Hi, everybody. So Brad and I are here together. We are going to do the third installment of Be Your Own Nesara, and we're very excited because we're offering so much stuff in here. So Brad has the list.
Yeah, honey's in the house, everybody. And hello. I am certain nobody, in fact, I know for a fact, nobody's gotten a reparation check. Nesara, while it might be in the background, has not rolled out. People have been waiting to come into the summertime in the Americas and the other side of the hemisphere in Australia and Kiwis, all our friends on that side of the world. They haven't got this Nesara check either, right? And so again, the key why Honey and I are running this again for the third time is Be Your Own Nesara. It's about you. It's about what you can unlock and unleash the greatness within you, the power that we all have, right? I mean, if you've ever seen the videos, you know, in Aramaic, in Hebrew, in Sanskrit, God is within us, in our DNA.
Yeah.
Right. So we need to upgrade ourselves so we can be our own Nesara. And it goes beyond just the financial. It's really first about the vibrational aspect. And that's why we had Honey just on our last one entering Be Your Own Nesara too. And then after that, we've collected roughly 300 testimonials and video endorsements from people who took that program. And when you look below here in the description, or you see the QR code on the screen, whether you're hearing this in the podcast or watching the broadcast, you can register right now. We're delivering it on August 18th live, 3 different sessions. So there's no excuses for anybody around the world where they can't make it. They join us live with hundreds of souls and uplifting the world. So taking care of yourself and then uplifting the world. And Hei's got some great information about how you raising your vibration literally helps change the world and then unlocks your own Nesara within.
Yeah. So we're going to actually do a meditation in this, and we're going to call in the quantum system. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to lay out all the foundations within your body system in order to be able to handle all of this abundance that's coming to you. And it's not just going to be money. And then we're going to basically teach you how to manage it, but it's going to be energetically. And we also have a list of questions to ask. So if you're doing a humanitarian project, you can ask these questions of the people that you involve with your project. Or if you're just going to create a business that benefits humanity, whatever you're doing, you'll know how to ask the questions and have the discernment to deal with the people that you involve into your world. Because that is one of the biggest lessons we've been learning as we purge all this stuff, this negative energy, and go through ascension. We really need to kind of honor ourselves and use those discernment qualities, and we're going to teach you how to do that.
Yeah, it's about stepping out of your slavery into your sovereignty. That's what we've delivered on Be Your Own Nesara Part 1 and 2 now over the last 6 months. And the same thing. So we are affecting everybody from a consciousness perspective, as well as in our family. If we have any children that we're raising or we're around, this has a positive vibrational effect on them too. And the seed of your soul guided you here. And this is all about heart-centered. When we talk about discernment, what we've already seen that's happened just in the recent 60 days around the world has gone through betrayal, and the world is about to have the lies exposed. Regardless of whether you say normies, NPCs, folks, remember, this is about taking care of you first in order to step up and become who you were meant to be in this life. Become who you're supposed to be when you came into this world. So what you have is a foundational, an emotional, vibrational, foundational aspect. And if you don't know me, I mean, I wish I had this back when I joined the Canadian Infantry to become a soldier and was a wildfire fighter, hopping out of helicopters, fighting forest fires in Ontario and the Yukon for the people in the collective I was around, but I was still in that debt slavery mindset. The system set up, the system, your time, your energy, and your money. Well, now it's up to us. We have all the capabilities before us now. We've assembled it here. So you've got discernment, helping you manage your funds, taking care of the healing of the betrayal, the lies, the different parallels where Honey has shared, if you've seen any of her videos recently, where the world is going through ascension, that it's going to go through in waves, right? And you can be part of that first wave. And the amazing thing we have seen is we have star seeds and old souls who have incarnated here for this period of time to activate Earth in its ley lines, who are former star seeds that are dragons. We've even had folks who have been on our recent shows saying, wow, I got the image that I was a dragon. Awesome. Mermaids, you name it. Atlantis, Lemuria, Pleiadians coming in, Arcturians, Andromedans, all benevolent galactics who are here in the human form now to help us go forward. So this is like the star family coming in, and we really appreciate that. And also how you can thank and bless and let go for the rest of this life of people and things of lower vibration that no longer serve you. And Honey was just sharing that earlier on a video with some people. Do you want to talk about that aspect too, Honey?
Well, we're in this split off right now. So everybody is choosing what parallel they want to be in, and they're infinite, but we are in one of the forefront parallels. So we're paving the way for the other parallels to come through and not to have to do quite as much work. So basically, we're going through the hardest part. Think of us as the front of the line in a battle. Like, we're going through this stuff first, and it doesn't always feel good, but it's amazing once you get through each piece, how it lightens the load, and then more and more light comes into your body. So
yeah, and in the summer, we're hearing a lot of people who have met with family, they're meeting with family for the first time in 2 or 3 years, and they're like, my family's not waking up. How do I wake them up? How do I wake up my friends, my colleagues, and neighbors? And at this point in time, this is how you can wake them up, by paving that way, so to speak, right? Because you have the intuition expansion, which we deliver in there. You're removing your subconscious blocks, like Honey has shared, removing the money blocks, removing the foundational blocks, and dropping all fear and moving forward in faith in your capability, removing the lack of self-love and believe that you can receive what you want to in life. This is what we've been delivering in Be Your Own Nesara. This is part of the reason why we've had hundreds of people on their own accord who have shared testimonials and endorsements for doing this. And there will be videos coming up again, sharing those later on. What you can do right now is you can go to link below, or you can see the QR code or scrolling here, and you can register, because we're delivering this 3 times live on August 18th. And the times are listed below here. So there's no excuses anywhere around the world. We have friends all across the world on all continents. Honey and myself personally, as well as amazing people we've worked with, like, you know, Janine Morageau, who I got to meet and hang out with and drive around on Truth Tour, you know, Derek Johnson, Mark Atwood. So we know everybody's around the world. So we're making sure that there is nobody left behind, so to speak, for souls who've been guided here to become their own Nesara, to step into it, right? We are the spiritual warriors in the galaxy here to uplift humanity's consciousness right now. And Honey herself is an incarnated angel. Like, how amazing is that, right? So rad. And you delivered some new frequencies and light codes in the last Be Your Own Nesara too. Do you want to talk about that, what people are going to receive as well in Be Your Own Nesara 3 when they register right now?
So they're going to get all the same codes plus more. And we're going to actually go back through all the lifetimes. So you have your body's lifetimes, all that genetic material, and also all of the soul's lifetimes. And we're going to let go of anything that is holding you back from abundance. So that's probably the biggest thing that we're going to do in there, because it's time for us to step into who we really are. And we're the creator beings. So we want to really create something amazing together. And all of us together, like, the energy that happens in those seminars are so massive. It's just an amazing experience. And I know if we do them late at night, we did the first time, I couldn't go to sleep. So you really do feel a ton of energy. And it's a great thing. It's a great thing to experience and to change your perspective on what we're doing.
It's like a cosmic concert, right? And literally, when you delivered last time, you did the Cosmic Consciousness Cruise, which was a state of flow meditation, which we all experienced. And when you've got it together, right, we can see that vibrational uplift. So who wouldn't want to be with divine star seeds and old souls from around the world, the new star family, creating the new earth of prosperity, abundance. No longer will there be a paradox of good versus evil. Evil is done. This is where we're going. And this is where we're also helping lead everybody to, rather than having a conversation with a normie and trying to wake them up. This is where you unleash your own Nesara, which then paves the way for the rest of the world to be brought forward. As a Reiki master myself for roughly just over 8 years now, I'm coming up on a decade. How amazing is that? You know, whenever you get a couple Reiki masters together and you give energy onto a ley lines, like the Hunas have experienced themselves too, amazing things happen in the world. So just like we've had with hundreds of people on live, the webinar, right? Seminar, people join us on Zoom, they join us online. You get to see, you get to connect. If you don't want to be seen, you turn off screen, that's fine. You still get to experience the vibrational effects. Plus you get a recording after that, and all for $97. You can't even get a 60-minute massage from a registered massage therapist for $97. So again, we also have a pay it forward plan. If for some reason it is so difficult for you to pull together roughly $3 a day, save it up to join us at any of the 3 times on August 18th on the link you see below here on the screen, then you can send us an email, because we have people who have stepped up like Sound of Freedom and paid it forward, so you can appreciate the gratitude and the divinity which is being gifted to you in the pay it forward. But again, if you can, of course, $97 gets you the live access and the recording, as well as the PDF, which Honey had mentioned earlier, right? Because where we go one, we go all is galactic. And when you want to share with them again a little bit more about the PDF, Honey, specifically when we talk about the humanitarian project, because I think this may be new for some people hearing about now, saying, what are you referring to? Be Your Own Nesara and a humanitarian project. So please elaborate.
So a lot of people have been planning to do a humanitarian project, and some people have multiple projects. And even if you're just going to start a small business, as you know, all this unfolds, or you have a project that you want to contribute to, this way you'll have the skills to ask your own higher self, is this a good idea with this person? Is the location good? All of that kind of stuff, like the people you surround yourself with, and the business itself, the brick and mortar business, if it is one, you'll be able to know, how do I discern what to do, what not to do? And that's all going to be in the PDF.
Yeah, powerful, so powerful, right? And being an entrepreneur, or having the entrepreneurial spirit, this is part of sovereignty. Right? Stepping into your truth. We are all sovereign souls, an aspect of God, divine masculine or divine feminine. That's it. This is how the greatest omnipresence of divinity, source, created us. And when you get into this live experience, it's like a Mandela effect that literally happens upon the world. There is a ripple effect of consciousness, a vibrational uplift. You literally have like the angels singing and celebrating for that. And in our original Be Your Own Nesara 1, at that point in time, it was delivered on Quantum Financial Day, right? And we were experiencing, as Honey was sharing, for everybody who upgrades themselves, they're roughly affecting 500,000 people around the world. When we delivered Be Your Own Nesara number 2, right before Cinco de Mayo, Honey was sharing, people are able to experience an uplift of roughly 2 million people. Honey, where do you feel we are now when we go into August 18th, right after the new moon, and what people may be able to do positively just by taking Be Your Own Nesara and then shifting the world?
Yeah, so 3.5 million is what comes in. So that's a lot of light you guys are containing.
That's amazing.
It's a lot.
Yep, we're carbon-based and crystalline bodies. And as we know through the ascension process and the solar upgrades, especially in May, where we had the highest concentration of solar upgrades that have been experienced in recorded record in time in May, now that's fleshing out and our body's going to crystalline to be able to harness more light in the physical realm and share that through all of the ether. So that is just amazing. And by the way, Be Your Own Nesara. When people are sitting here waiting for their lottery check, the reparation of Nesara when it comes, the problem is And the challenge, and this is one of the items we've addressed, as well as discernment and money management, is 80% of all lottery winners in studies have shown are broke within 3 years. Of all lottery winners who have won tens of millions, just millions, or hundreds of millions of dollars. And why is that? Because they haven't changed their pattern of expectation, right? So as Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. And this is another aspect which we're delivering there, is that financial discernment as well. So you have and more than enough to take forward and share, and you never have to worry about lack again. That's part of the emotional delivery we're providing in this process. And that also goes to the aspect of the health and the wealth grids Honey installs on people, gives them to their higher selves beforehand. You want to speak about that and how that worked in Be Your Own Nesara 2, Honey, and what they will receive in Be Your Own Nesara 3 coming up?
Yeah, so as far as health and wealth, they're going to get a health grid. So their higher self will get basically a blueprint, a wealth grid, and we're also going to do another crystalline grid. So you may have received these in one of the last ones, but that reinforcement is really going to help. So having that installed, because our higher self is being installed right now. So some of us are at like 60% higher self that's downloaded. Some of us are pushing 100 at this point. So as that installs, you want that higher self to be able to recode the body for its best and highest good. And that's what we're going to be doing in this session. Yeah, it's going to be really good.
Yeah. It's very powerful. And for our alumni who joined us from Be Your Own 1 to Be Your Own 2, the same offer is there. If you'd like to join us for Be Your Own 3, you just send us an email. It's $49, half price, for you to drop in on the alumni side. You send an email, you know exactly how to reach us through Honey. And for everybody else, we look forward to seeing you there. Share this message, jump into it. The link right below on your screen. We are delivering this 3 times around the world on August 18th, which based on the timeline also works to August 19th, wherever you are in the world on that Saturday, to unleash your own Nesara. God bless you all, everybody. And thank you so much, Honey. Looking forward to working with you again. It's been an absolute blessing for me too.
It's going to be great. Thank you. Bye, everybody.